continues to focus on some other things. One of them is that he is helping to teach students.
Yeah.
And among those students that he is teaching is going to be FUDOH Johnny.
Yep, FUDOH, of course, FUDOH, the team that Choco and Momochi have put together for their, I guess you can, should we call them young students? I mean, he's here in the top 8 right now, and he's going to be going up against Brian F.
When they were picked, I think there was a cutoff of age 19, and now Johnny is an old man at the age of, how young would you think he is, just by taking a look at his old punum over there?
I mean, I thought he was like maybe, like, legitimately, I thought he was maybe like 18 or something like that. Jokingly, I would say like 11.
Yeah. Well, he's 22 years old. And he lives in Tokyo now. He moved there, and he studies with Momochi. So Momochi helps him out in a bunch of ways. They go over match footage. They go over analysis. Momochi plays with the players on FUDOH. And that's been obviously extremely helpful because this is, for Johnny, the big breakout performance so far. He's never done better than 17th at a premiere before.
I mean, that was the thing. Is like you told me earlier before the stream started, he was like, yeah, I just found out he moved to Tokyo to train under Momochi. And I'm like, why would his parents let him do that?
Well, to be clear, I'm not sure that he moved there specifically to train, but he, in fact, does live in Tokyo.
Yeah, but, I was like, wow, his parents, moved all to Tokyo
to help him.
That's all I was thinking at that point. So.
No, he's his own man.
Nice.
And there is Brian F., his opponent. Another guy for whom this is the big breakout performance. He's made top 8s before. It's not the first time, but those have been at regionals and never before at an offline premiere event of this caliber, like Final Round was. We mentioned that there were 300 plus. It was everybody. I mean, everybody was here this weekend, and Brian F. is one of the top players here at the end of the day.
Probably one of the most shocking things about seeing Brian F. up here is, I mean, to do this well in a Street Fighter tournament for an anime player is pretty impressive, right?
For sure. He made the crossover happen.
I know. Man. But look, here he is right now. He's proving that he is a multi-fighting game genre talent here. Brian F., the anime player, in top 8 at Final Round. Going, of course, with that Balrog. Johnny has been going with Karin. Very specific colored Karin, too. So I wonder if he's going to stick with that.
I love Johnny's use of the Stand Fierce. To play Karin well, you have to be able to confirm those individual hits. That's like really a huge part of playing her. And he does that, and especially with Stand Fierce. But not just the fact that he is reacting to it. He's placing it really well. Many times over the course of the weekend, he has been outside of a Rashid crouching medium kick and walked in to whiff punish it with Stand Fierce for Karin. So that I'm super impressed by. But at the same time, Brian F.'s whiff punishing has been fantastic too. Crouching strong has been a huge thing for him. His pressure's been good.
Right.
His neutral game has been really good. I asked him what he thought about, how he made top 8. Like, how did it happen? And he was just like, yeah, the reads worked out. Okay.
Okay, cool. Top tier advice right there. But, for the people at home who aren't aware, the reason why stand heavy punch with punishing, obviously the heavy buttons are slower to come out, so you have to do them much earlier to be able to catch moves during their recovery. So the fact that Johnny is able to do that so consistently with the heavy punch from Karin it's so impressive. But as a student of Momochi, are you surprised?
Right, who better to teach that? Momochi, one of the all-time greatest at that. Here we go. Obviously, the crowd is in here. Well, Brian lives now in the Midwest, but is from Florida originally.
That's right.
And there is a bunch of Florida folks in the house, including 2 others in top 8, by the way, as we'll get to later.
Oh, man. Swinging with those buttons all just outside. Oh, there we go. Gets in there with that EX dash punch.
Ooh, these sudden stabs. Uh-oh. Here comes Johnny.
Crumple and into the corner. Here's Johnny. Almost done, and he caught him.
Looking for the grab was Brian right there. He was hoping to hit. Did not. And Johnny chases.
But again, I mean, the standing medium kick would have hit him out of the air probably and stunned him as well.
It could have, yeah.
Standing heavy punch because he's just ready and nice. Johnny knows that that's negative. The 2 hits of the target combo is negative, so has the punish.
Brian was also hoping that Johnny and the other players here from East Asia wouldn't have quite the experience against Boxer that he has had against Karin.
Right.
Which may be true, but so far Johnny's looking great.
That standing heavy kick from Balrog.
Ooh, they both had the same idea.
Trying to bait out some forward movement from the other player.
That gunfight moment.
That is, man, he is going for that long command dash in the shoulder just for the frame trap.
Mm-hmm. Hoping to trade even.
And now next hit could do it for Johnny.
Trying to block it out, Johnny. Defensive. Okay, the trigger's over, but hold on.
Look at all this. And there's one of the Season 4 buffs right there.
Yep. Here's Brian F.
Ooh, he got him.
I was going to say, it seemed like he was going back to just look for a whip punish, but so important that he dashed in first and then went back to it because the dash implies, I'm on offense, I'm coming at you.
Right.
And Johnny tried to press the button. Because of that, Brian F. whip punishes.
That was like a back step, so it looked like he was going to go to defense. Then all of a sudden offense, back to a little more defense. So changing it up, that's one of the keys right there. Oh, Johnny with a misconfirm on the 2 light punches.
Ready. Johnny gets the knockdown. He's got trigger already. Dang, what movement all of a sudden from Brian?
Yeah, he is playing so aggressive.
Okay,
but
look
it was
at the
off
damage.
ground. It was off the ground. He thought it was, I mean, it was out of the air. He thought it was going to be on the ground. So that's why he went for that upper, and it didn't hit.
Brian blocking it out.
Ooh,
he tried to go in too hard. There is a super here. It's not there yet, but next hit could be for the kill.
Oh my God.
Got him! Brian has the confirm. He's got game 1 as well.
Caught the forward movement of Johnny, all ready for it. Brian F.
Brian F. trying to spoil the potential master-student winners finals.
Oh, man. How proud of Johnny would you be if you were Momochi?
Oh, man,
to face your student in winners finals like that? Oh, man.
By the way, I think Momochi's also rooting for that to happen because he knows all the ins and outs about Johnny already.
It's probably true. Johnny gets up there and Momochi's like, yes, so free.
Oh, yeah, I'm so proud of you, kid. Yeah. That's why I look so happy. That's what the smile's about.
Now come here and get bodied. Oh, look at this. Brian F. taking the headset off. I wonder if he wants to hear the crowd cheer. Oh, what's he doing? Is he going to yell at the camera again? Or is he going to just loosening up a little bit?
Yeah, I think this is cool. I mean, it's traditionally done by the person who wins the game, but if you're feeling a particularly big moment, then you certainly have the right to wait, even as the person who won for a while. And this is, like I said, this is the big first premier top 8 for Brian. He is 2 games away from winners finals, and I can't blame him at all for feeling the moment in the way that he seems to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely not going to be a character change for Johnny, but he was just trying to take some time, I feel like, just to gather himself or maybe, think about things a little bit, check some notes perhaps. We've seen how much Johnny gets into this. In fact, on our screen right now, we can even see it. He's talking to himself.
Yeah,
He's always
true.
just kind of like, Yeah, look at this, man. He's just mouthing away over there.
Wow. Bit of a risk for Brian to take, but it worked out.
I was trying to read his lips, but then I forgot. He's like, oh yeah, he's Japanese. Nobody's saying it all. Oh!
Gets the knockdown and the pressure afterwards. Safe. Oh, it wasn't meaty.
Oh, where are you going? You are just going to get punched.
He tried it again.
He got him. Watch the dome. And there it is. Brian F. just going nuts. I mean, between this and like what we saw from Nigel earlier, at the Saturday Night Fight event.
That's right. Is it Boxer's Year?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he is just, and it's being a very aggressive style boxer too.
I think it's so cool to see the little stand shorts from Brian in neutral like that too. Just to sort of, he's being active without doing too much. Oh, that was unsafe. He's trying to just buffer it.
3-frame button. And that might have been just like a whip buffer, right? Hoping that he walks into it, but he walked and blocked and caused him to have 2 hits of the target combo to activate.
He's so good at hiding charge. He walks back for just the split second that it takes to get the back charge for another dash punch.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from that, crouching, ducking, standing, crouching, standing, crouching, standing. It kind of masks the charge a little bit.
Ooh, he was hoping for the crush, nothing came. Johnny,
okay.
can he take it?
EX, there it is. Johnny taking that route, staying alive here. That crush again. Okay, going for the reset instead of the combo. Now Johnny going in hard. This is kind of what Brian F did. Oh no! I'm not even sure what that was from Johnny. He just whipped that jumping light kick, but it doesn't matter. He gets the stun anyway. Crumple to the corner.
Great situation for him now. It's one little bit left. Great block, and then
but it was just too far.
Yeah, Brian thought, oh, here's a spot where I can punish, because that is a punishable overhead.
Yeah.
But the range was so good that when he stuck out the button, he didn't have it. Johnny expected it, stand short for the counter poke.
And you saw right there, FUDOH with a little bit, FUDOH Johnny with a little bit of that nodding and talking to himself again. Wow, just finding that right moment for the sweep over there. And now here we go, towards the corner, the staggered button, not a true meaty, but just enough to get the throw or a button attempt from Brian F. The frame trap, here we go, into the corner, almost dead.
This pressure's working out so well. He stands short, one of the best closers in the game, we saw before. Smart.
Reversal, yeah, just says...
No, he already tried the H-run. He had the same idea as before,
but
John.
he caught the overhead on the ground. Oh, here we go. Brian F.
still has a little bit.
There. Tries to go low. Good defense from Johnny. He is not biting right now. He's just blocking. Look at this.
But Great Life is at some point going to become an issue. There it was. And then the counter poke again on that stand roundhouse.
Whew. It's like, why? Why are you attacking? He just shrugs her arms and smacks you in the face.
Almost a strong comeback by Brian, but Johnny had the closer.
A little bit of a counter poke right there.
Yeah, cautious from Brian. Didn't want to overextend.
Nice.
The buffer.
I feel like that was a good
okay.
OS.
Okay. Yep. What's Johnny's move now? He's at big trouble.
Oh, just the counter poke. And he's going to side switch with that. Yep, that's the nice thing about Karin. She's got that side switch combo available. The wake up buttons from Brian, not scared.
Okay, Johnny gets the knockdown as a result.
Wants to keep the corner. Doesn't want to let Brian out, but Brian going in now.
Anything is going to do it for Brian. He knows it. Johnny knows it too. Here comes. Oh no, it wasn't confirmed. Very rare.
Heavy punch in the middle of that sequence right there. Not sure if that was. I'm not sure what that was, but it worked out. Brian F.
Yep.
Trying to take this crucial game number 3.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
No! Going to the other side.
Oh, you may be right, man. That's a bummer for Brian. Lucky for Johnny.
Side. Yeah, because
just gets gifted damage.
Again, that counter poke. That's negative. Nice reaching, and then that delayed button again.
It's all falling apart for Brian.
Off of that one hit, yeah, Brian. You can see that smile, that uncomfortable grin on his face. He knows that that whole round turned around because of that one moment there. Had he blocked it, he would have been able to get a ton of damage.
Yeah, that was a big swing, that's for sure.
Oh man, he just thought Karin was gonna go under him. You can see behind Johnny, you see Momochi talking to Oil King over there. It's like Momochi's like, I taught him that. Oh, I taught him how to do that. They were going in. They were being pretty adamant in that conversation just then. All right, see if Brian F can make a recovery off of that, because that's definitely a frustrating way to lose a game.
For sure.
Oh. Again, so right now, what we're seeing here from Johnny is the delayed meaty timing. He is getting Brian F to hit buttons so many times that Johnny has even gone to crouching heavy punch instead of crouching medium punch just to maximize the damage off of the crush counter, because that's how confident he is with that timing that Brian F is hitting buttons.
It's becoming a bit of a blow-up now.
Match point now for FUDOH Johnny.
Just playing the same game that he has been. It's this excellent counter-poking game. He's been able to create pressure out of it. None of it is too wild, but it's all effective.
I mean, it's one of the tough things. It's like Balrog is a good character with good buttons, but Karin is just exceptional buttons, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Look at that. Look at the standing heavy punch.
And it
my
worked
God.
finally. Johnny being able to take it on this. Not enough.
quite stunned, but look at the damage difference. Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh, this is doable.
Activation time.
It's doable.
And
Johnny, what's the response defensively?
One more hit into a combo into critical art, and that's it.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Oh, the overhead into. Oh, he doesn't even need it. Oh, he spent all the meter. I see. And Brian F shaking his head, saying, "Not yet, young man. Not yet." Brian F still in this right now.
By the way, only 4 years Johnny's senior.
I know. Doesn't matter. Johnny is like
right into the air, but the timing.
Old. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, Brian was just going to take the grab. Back to the neutral game. Okay, he's had that timing a bunch, actually. After Roundhouse, wait a split second, he's had that a bunch. It's going to be close. Not enough, but one more mix-up.
Okay. But this is where he made the comeback last time, but he had a lot of meter. Too
Aye!
far! Oh my God, what is happening here?
Hold on a minute!
Brian's
Brian's not out of this thing yet.
That's the first mix-up. He tried to go in for something, and then finally the overhead finds its mark, and Johnny is elated. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. He has made it in the winners finals to compete against his master, Momochi. And you see how ecstatic and happy he is.
Yeah, he should be. He played that really, really well.
Especially,
and there at the end, there may have been an intended overhead for Brian, but it takes a while to come out.
Yeah, it got checked.